Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Shannon. If you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. You guys know the drill with that. So today's video is going to be on the new Lawless Beauty Woke Up Like This Flawless Finish Foundation. So this is what it looks like. I love the freaking box. I think it's pretty freaking awesome. I always love Lawless packaging. Like, I have one of their liquid lipsticks and the packaging is just beyond what I expected. So I really like that because I am into packaging. If you're not, then it really doesn't matter. But I really love their liquid lipstick formula. So when I heard that they were coming out with the foundation, I was super stoked to try it out. So I have tried this once before this video, so it's going to be kind of like a mini review on my thoughts, and then I'll also show you a quick application clip if you guys kind of want to see how it applies on my skin. I am, of course, wearing it right now, but if you want to hear some more information about the product and see the application, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm back. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information about the product before I kind of go into the application and kind of my thoughts on the product. So obviously, as I said in the last clip, I think the packaging is pretty freaking cool. So this is what it comes in. You open it up and then your shade is in there and you just pop it out. It is a nice heavy frosted glass bottle. It has the shade on the bottom. It also has it on the top of the box. I got the lightest shade just for reference in Pristine, which is supposed to have more like fair, cool undertones. I don't think this is super fair though. Like, I'm a little bit tanned and this works for me really well right now. But I wanted to get this shade just because I do want to be able to wear this when I am a little bit lighter, and I think I could make it work. But just for reference, this is the lightest shade fair with cool undertones called Pristine. But yeah, I really like it. It comes with, of course, it comes with a pump. So this is what the pump looks like. Obviously, you can see that I've used it. One thing I will say about the pump is that I do find you can't pump like a little amount. Like, you have to really pump a full amount. So that would be kind of my only complaint with the packaging, because I do like it if I could pump just a little bit on each part of my face, which I can with many foundations. Unfortunately, I couldn't with this one, but it's just like a minor thing, so I just thought I would bring it up just in case you were wondering or if you bought it and noticed that as well. So let's get into some info on this foundation. So like I said, when I heard that it was launching, I was super excited to try it out. So there was a lot of claims in there that really interested me, because I am someone that really does like kind of like a medium finish or medium to full, more so now than I used to. So I was really interested in this one because it does say it is a luminous, kind of more radiant finish, but with a full coverage. And if you know, generally a full coverage is more of a matte finish. I haven't seen a lot of foundations released that claim to be more of a full coverage with a luminous finish. So I really like luminous finish foundations, so I was stoked when this one was announced, and I see that it was coming from Lawless, because I do really like Lawless Beauty, even though they only have like one product so far. But I think it's kind of cool that they're taking the time to really develop their products. So if you don't know anything about Lawless Beauty, it is owned by Annie Lawless. She had a pretty successful, I think, like organic juice company before this, and then she decided to start a makeup brand, which I think is pretty awesome. She's pretty focused on like health and wellness, and her makeup line is very focused on being more of a clean brand, so with less harsh chemicals, good for more sensitive skin, things like that. So I'm going to give you some of the claims just on this foundation. So it is supposed to be a full coverage foundation. It's good for sensitive, normal, dry, or combination. So I would agree, I don't think this is going to be good for oily skin types, so just keep that in mind. It is a very luminous foundation. It's supposed to have more of a natural kind of radiant finish, which I do agree with. Now, it does say it's formulated for all skin types, but like I said, I don't think this would be the best for oily skin. Maybe combination like it recommends, but oily, I would probably stay away from this one. Now, this one is supposed to be a skin nourishing formula that does not clog pores, non-comedogenic. It wears comfortably throughout the day with a lightweight feel that won't fade or disappear, antioxidant rich, skin balancing oils, including chamomile oils, absinica, I'm not sure how to say that, but I'm sure it's a great oil. Hydrating shea butter, which is really great. It helps support the skin's moisture barrier for a supple, youthful appearance. You can achieve a full coverage with a natural skin-like finish that doesn't look cakey or dry. I do agree with that. I think it gives a pretty radiant kind of natural finish, and it doesn't, to me, look very cakey at all. So I really appreciate that. I do agree with that claim. Now, some other things about this product: it is silicone-free, it's cruelty-free, perfume-free, and non-toxic. It contains no suspenders or fillers. And you may notice, and I did notice this actually in the bottle, a slight marbling on the wall of your bottle. It's a high pigment formula. So as you shake the product and kind of use it, it kind of retains that pigmentation on, like, stain on the wall of the bottle. So you may notice that marbling, and I did definitely when I got it, but once you shake it up, you don't notice it as much. But this doesn't affect the product or the way it pumps out, which I also agree. Now, this is considered a clean brand with Sephora. Sephora kind of has a section now for cleaner makeup brands, and this is under that category. So basically what clean at Sephora is, if you guys haven't read about it on the app, I'm just reading from Sephora in case you are wondering. So when you see the clean AF on Sephora, you can be sure that they've checked that the brand's product is made without the ingredients that they told us and that you want to avoid. Clean at Sephora is formulated without sulfates, without parabens, formalides, mineral oil, retinol, palmonade, coal tar. There's all kinds. I'm not going to read them all because I'm probably butchering all the names of those, but you kind of get the idea. So this is considered one of the clean AF brands at Sephora, which is awesome. Like I said, I loved their liquid lipstick, so I was super excited to try this foundation. I have tried it once. This is the second day that I'm actually wearing it. I was actually sick yesterday, so I didn't get to try it out yesterday, but I can kind of give you a little bit of my thoughts on it. But without saying any more, I'm going to jump into the try-on clip just so you guys can actually see me applying the product. Okay, so this is kind of how everything turned out after. So I'm just going to kind of zoom you guys in, and you guys can kind of see what my face looks like up close. All right, so this is how everything is looking. Hopefully you're close enough to see everything. So I think it looks really smooth on the skin. The only area that I find that it breaks up a little bit is on my forehead. It's nothing major, and you can't notice when I powder and things like that. But I have noticed that even the first time I applied the foundation. But like I said, I think it's just more to do with my forehead because it does help with most of my foundations, but it doesn't look bad. And I think it like looks really like smooth. It has that kind of luminous finish that I look for. And you guys could see in the try-on clip how like full coverage. I did one maybe and like a quarter of a pump, and it covered my whole face. So I think this does a really good job as far as coverage and still staying luminous and not feeling heavy on the skin. Alright guys, so you kind of seen how the foundation looked on me after application. I will try to check in today just to do like a check-in and show you how it looks after like a full day's wear. But I do really like the foundation. Like I think it's really good. Now I will say it's a pricier product. I think in the States it's $45, but here in Canada it is $60 plus tax on the Sephora website. You can purchase this on Lawless, but if you are in Canada, you might as well purchase it on Sephora because if you are a Rouge member, you get it for free shipping, and you get it for free shipping even if you are VIB. So I would purchase it there because the shipping on the Lawless site to Canada is really expensive. So just keep that in mind. But it is a pricier foundation, but I do think it's really good. You get, I believe it's just 1 fluid ounce or 30 mils of product. I'll see if it says on the back because I didn't mention that. Let's see here. So I don't see where it says that, but I guess we're going to go with 1 fluid ounce or 30 mils because chances are that's what it is. That's typically what's in a foundation. It does have an 18th month shelf life, which is pretty good on a foundation. It is made in the US as well, if I did not mention that. But if you're looking for a cleaner brand to try out and you like more of a luminous finish on your skin, if you're like more normal to dry skin, I think you would love this. It does take a little bit longer to dry down, which it does actually mention, I believe, in her description on her site, because it is a cleaner product. So because they left out some ingredients that other foundations use, it does take a little bit longer to set down. I always set my face with a powder, so I didn't personally notice that, but just as an FYI to let you guys know. But overall, I really like it. I've worn it, like I said, only once, so I need to wear it more, but I'll kind of do a wear test and show you guys what it looks like today. But so far, I'm really liking this one, like a lot. I think this might be a go-to for summer. I just like the finish on it. I like that it has like a nice coverage to it and it applies really easily. All right, guys, so I am back for a little check-in. It is about 5 o'clock right now, so this has probably been on for about 5 hours. So I thought I'd like pop on. I just got back home. I actually put my makeup on, and I went out and I had to do some grocery shopping, run some errands. I went about to St. John, which is about 35 minutes or so from where I live. I've been out in the sun, so I have really put this foundation through some tests because I have not been just like sitting around the house. So I thought I'd come on once I got home and do like a quick check-in for you guys and just show you how the foundation is looking. So I'll try to like zoom you in. I think so far it's looking pretty good, but I will try to zoom you in and then we'll do kind of like a better close-up. Right, so I have you zoomed in. Hopefully it's not like too zoomed in, but I'm just gonna put a mirror up here and just kind of look myself. So that's how my forehead's looking. It doesn't look too much different. I mean, there is some parts along the top that you can see that maybe have caked up a little bit, but nothing like severe. Like it looks pretty good in that area. Honestly, like I think it looks really good for being like, I think it's like 5.5 hours I've had this on. Like there's no real parts that have like come off my face that I can see. I will say around my nose area and here, it has built up like just the slightest bit in that area. And there is a little piece here that I think has like come off, but I will say, I was actually out, like I said, shopping, and I was trying to smell a shower gel for my husband, and I like hit my nose. So that could be also why I had soap on my nose. That might take a little bit of the foundation off, so I'm not going to hold it against it. You can see my smile lines a little bit. Like I said, I have pretty predominant smile lines, as you can see, but actually it doesn't look that bad. Like I could pat this out probably, and you wouldn't even like notice them. Now, I will say it does feel not like a matte feeling at all. Like it still feels pretty like around this area and up here. I think if you were oily, you would get super oily. I'm of course normal to dry, so I don't get that oily, but I think it looks pretty freaking good. I'm pretty impressed. I was impressed the last time I wore it. So I'll check in like one more time for you guys, and then yeah, I'll give you my final thoughts. Back for my final check-in. So I am losing light, so I thought I would come back on and film just kind of like my last thoughts on how the foundation is looking and just show you guys kind of what it's looking like. So it's been on for about 8 hours now roughly. So I think it's a pretty good time range to kind of tell you guys what I think. And I did wear this yesterday, so I have an idea of the wear time on this. I do think this is about an 8 to 10 hour wear foundation where it eventually will start to break down after that time frame. But I think it looks pretty freaking good still. Like I don't see much of a difference from the last time that I checked in. If you guys want, I'll just kind of like zoom you guys in and then we'll kind of like see how the foundation is looking. So I have you zoomed in, so I'll kind of like move my hair out of the way and just kind of show you along here, up along my forehead. Same kind of issues along my forehead. It doesn't look much different though from when I applied it. As I said earlier, like it does bunch up if you put too much around your nose area. So maybe just go in with a light hand around that area. But I do find it sticks on my nose well, which is really awesome because I have a really hard time with foundations actually sticking to my nose. But I think it looks pretty good. As I said, the smile lines look pretty good. I could easily tap these out. Sometimes with really matte foundations, this area looks really bad on me. So I'm pretty impressed with that. I don't think it's really worn down at all. Like I think it looks pretty good. But like I said, it does kind of have more dewy finish, even feel when I'm feeling along my forehead around this area. So again, if you are oily, I think this would be too like almost moisturizing for your skin. But if you are someone that's looking for a more like luminous moisturizing foundation, I think this would be awesome for you. But yeah, it's looking good, I think, and I'm really impressed with it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wear it more, and of course update my description box if anything changes, but so far I really love it. Like, I have to say there's not much I can say that's like bad about it, which is awesome. I think I'll use it a lot this summer, so yay on that. I'm glad that it actually was worth it because it was about $60 Canadian. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you do give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below if you want to become part of my YouTube family, and of course hit the bell if you don't want to kind of like miss out on my videos, because that's the only way you'll get a notification. So definitely hit that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.